Hi, I'm Christy, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. So the other day I was scrolling through Instagram, as I am a pretty worrying majority of my free time. I have no life basically, okay? Anyway, scrolling through Instagram and I seen Kylie Jenner. I really liked her makeup, and so here we are. Focus on Kylie, not on me. Of course my skin is already cleansed and moisturised. Instead of a foundation, I'm going to be using a BB cream, and I'm going to use the Collection Primed and Ready Anti-Blemish BB cream with Witch Hazel in it. I've been using this for only like a week or something, but I've been really liking it. It's quite a light coverage, but you can definitely build it, and yeah, I just think it looks really nice on my skin. This is just a really nice lightweight coverage, really good for daytime, just for flinging on for going to work or whatever, but like I said, it is buildable. I'm just going to put a pretty light layer on and then use my concealer to cover up any blemishes or give me any extra coverage in other places that I might want it. For concealer, I'm using the NYX Studio Photogenic HD, it's a really long name. The NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. I'm in the shade CW, and I'm just going to apply that in the usual areas where one would apply concealer, so where there's any blemishes, redness, dark circles, just anything that you want to cover up. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this concealer. I used it yesterday when I was wearing a full face of makeup, and I don't know if I really liked it, and then I used it again today for work and all I was really wearing was concealer, and I did really like it, so I don't actually know if I love this concealer or if I recommend it or not, but we're trying it out again today because I've heard good things about it. I'm also just putting this on my eyelids so that I can use it as a base for my eyeshadow. I never really use like an eyeshadow primer or anything like that. I think that concealer works just as well. Well, for me anyway it does. I don't really think eyeshadow primers make that much of a difference or are different to concealers at all really. And then I'm just going to blend this out with a damp beauty sponge. Yeah, I think my skin is breaking out really badly because I've been having the central heating on all the time because it is freezing. And it really messes with my skin. I have really oily skin, but it's been so dry lately. Dry and spotty, like the worst that you can get. Like just one would be fine, but... And I'm going to set that all in place with the RCMA No Colour powder. Definitely my favourite translucent powder. I stopped using it for a while there, but I'm back to it and back to loving it. Haven't found anything that I like as much as this, and this tub lasts ages. And I'm just setting my entire face. The skin look that we're going for today is pretty matte anyway, so this will just help to keep that all mattified and everything staying where it should be staying. I'm going to use a teeny little bit of highlighter. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, just something quite subtle and natural, just on the high points of my cheekbones. The highlighter I'm using is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade Moonlit Pearls. Just going to take like a tiny little bit on my finger and pat that down the bridge of my nose. And I'm just going to start warming up my face with my bronzer. I'm using the Ultra Bronze Bronzer by Revolution. All the products that I'm using will be listed down below in the description box anyway, so if there's anything that you like the look of, you can check them out. And then with the Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour Kit that I use all the time, I'm just going to use that to sculpt out my cheekbones a little bit. That's a little bit stronger than I intended that to be, but whatever, we'll fix it. But I am going to make this side just as strong to kind of match it up. I'm just going to go back in with my big brush and try and diffuse that a little bit more, because I mean that's a bold statement contour right there. Sometimes I feel like if you go on with your contour too strong, if you just take your beauty blender and dab it over the top of it, it kind of helps to blend it in a little bit so it's not so harsh looking. And Kylie's wearing quite a lot of blush in the picture, I think, so I am going to use this is a very well loved blush. I mean, I've had it probably longer than I should. It's probably like well out of date. It's broken. I don't know why I don't just get a new one. Anyway, it's the Kiko Coca Shock blush. It's so well loved, in fact, that the thing on the back has worn off, so I don't actually know. No, I don't actually know what it's called. I think it's the Coca Shock blush. Don't know what shade or anything like that, but anyway, it's a blush, and I'm just going to dab in between both of them and put that on the apples of my cheeks and brush up towards, like this way. I feel like blush can be a tricky one because in some lights you look nice and just like glowy, and then in some lights you look like a clown. I also feel like blush is the first thing to go during the day. Like if you put blush on in the morning, it's not there by lunchtime, so I do like to put on a little bit more blush than probably people normally would. But yeah, I just find that blush fades really easily, so I like to start with clown and then as the day goes on be just nice and glowy and blushing. I'm taking some of that RCMA no colour powder on a beauty sponge and I'm just sharpening up my contour a little bit. I'm going to go and do my eyebrows off camera just because I feel like doing them off camera, so I'll be back in a minute. So I kind of tried to do my brows like similar-ish shape to Kylie's, but that wasn't happening, so this is what we're left with. I'm just going to set my makeup in place. I'm using the Hydrate Setting Spray by Primark. Can't rave enough about this product. I absolutely love it. For eyes, I'm mostly going to be using the Makeup Revolution Sofx Extra Spice palette, but it doesn't have a kind of bone colour that I wanted to use just to lay all over the lid, from the lid to the brow. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a bone coloured shadow. I'm just using this one here. This is from the Jordan Lipscomb Beauty Bay Onyx palette, but you could actually probably do this makeup look that I'm going to do with this palette, but because it's got a yellow in it, but whatever. I feel like the yellow in this palette's a little bit brighter, more what I'm going for. Anyway, I'm going to put that bone coloured eyeshadow down. Find the eyeshadow brush that I had in my hand literally about 10 minutes ago that I wanted to use. I'm not kidding when I say every single one of my makeup brushes are dirty. Every one of them need washed. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is Cookie Dough, and I'm just taking that on the side of my brush. You want to tap off any excess because all the shadows in this look, apart from the yellow, are pretty subtle. So I just want to build this up a little bit at a time, and it's not really a necessary step. I just think that it adds a little bit more dimension. Do you know what I mean? And as you can see, I'm using the side of my brush to apply this in like a window wiper type motion. And I'm just applying it above my crease into the outer portion of my eye. And then when there's less to no product left on the brush, I'm turning the brush straightways so that the tip of it is going into my crease. And I'm using that to window wiper back and forward the inner part of my eye. Do you know what I mean? So that I'm creating a kind of effect where the eyeshadow's higher up here and then dips down like this kind of shape. You probably know what I mean, you're not stupid. Unless you didn't know what I meant, then I'm not implying that you are stupid. I'm also just taking that shade on the tip of the brush now and lightly running it along my lower lash line, just to kind of join this all together. Then I'm going to go in with the dark brown shade here, Brownies, and I'm just going to take that on the tip of my brush and tap any excess off on the back of my hand, because I do just want a tiny little bit of this colour, just to add a little bit of dimension into my crease, just on the outer portion of my crease. Again, just in with that window wiper motion back and forward. Then if you need a little bit more, add a little bit more. It's better to add little bits in at a time than to put on a lot and then regret it. To help blend those colours together, you can just kind of like wipe your brush on your leggings or your dog or child or a wipe, anything. Wipe it until there's no product on it, and then you can use your clean-ish brush to blend those colours together. I've got the NYX Jumbo Eye Crayon in the shade Milk. It is just a white eye crayon, and I'm going to use that to put in my inner corners so that it's a base for the yellow to help the yellow be a little bit bolder, because I feel like if I was to put the yellow just on right now, it wouldn't really show up as bright as I would want it. This will help it be vibrant and last much longer, gives it something to stick to. And these eye crayons are so creamy. That's a horrible, I hate the word creamy, but like that is how I would describe it. You don't need to like warm it up on the back of your hand or go really hard. Like, it's literally just whoop, easy. And I'm going to go in with the shade here, Vitamin C. As you can see, it's a yellow obviously. And then I'm going to go in with the shade LA Sun, which is just a shimmery yellow gold. And I'm just going to take this just to add a little bit of something something. And I'm going to use that just right at the inner tear duct bit, just for a little bit of highlighty shimmeriness. With the NYX Epic Ink Liner, I'm going to attempt to create a wing that starts really thin until about halfway along the eye, then thickens up at the end. I won't be able to talk during this. Yesterday I was wearing winged liner and it was a mess. Two completely different, like two strangers. You would not believe. It looked like a right-handed 5-year-old did my eyeliner with the left hand, is what it looked like. I was having a bad makeup day yesterday, so let's just say our prayers that this will be fine. But I'm putting lashes on anyway, and I kind of feel like when you're wearing lashes, your liner can be a little bit shit. Do you know what I mean? Right, this one's fine. This one is not going to be winning any awards for best winged eyeliner anytime soon. This one always lets the team down. I feel like this is my more hooded eye, so I find it quite difficult to do a wing on this eye, and it always looks different, but whatever, we're going with it. Before I pop on lashes, I'm going to use some mascara, and I'm using the Stacked Mascara by NYX. I have been using the Full Figured Mascara for a while now, and when that one ran out, I decided to try this stacked one. I'm liking it so far. I don't know if I like it as much as Full Figured. Sometimes it takes me a good few uses to decide if I like a mascara or not, so this one is still on its trial period, but so far so good. I wore this one all day today in work and all day yesterday, and it still looked fine at the end of the day. It didn't crumble or like run or anything like that. And I do quite like how it makes my lashes look. It makes them look a little bit oh my god, I just like choked on my own spit. Makes them look like a little bit chunkier than the Full Figured mascara, I would say. But yeah, I don't mind it. And when I'm putting lashes on, I don't really care what mascara I use anyway. I'm actually just going to tightline my top lash line as well. I feel like that'll bring the look together a little bit more. I hate doing this, but to be fair, it does look better once I've done it. Stops like the pink from underneath your eye shining through. I can't do this very well because my eyes water so much. And Kylie looks to be wearing a pretty natural lash, so I'm going to use the Texture Lash number 152 by Eyelure. I've never used them before, but they're just a relatively natural wispy-ish lash. If you're interested, I use the Dark Tone Duo Glue, and the glue's on my lashes right now. I'm going to do my lips while they are just waiting. I like to put the glue on and then wait a good few minutes for it to kind of go tacky. I just find that the lashes go on a whole lot easier when you do that rather than glue and then try and put them on right away. Using the NYX Retractable Lip Crayon in the shade Sand Beige Beige Sable. I use this one all the time. I absolutely love it. And then I'm using the NYX Lip Lingerie, and this is in the shade Bedtime Flirt. So that is the end of the makeup, and so the end of the video. I really hope that you've enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one if you decide to subscribe. Bye!